is too much.
Now let's just assume that we're all going to go to war in Korea and there's going to be a huge refugee problem. Do regular Australians want to take the burden of all those refugees? Let's ask them and find out. Should Australia take the bulk of the refugees?
Yeah, I reckon it should, eh?
I can hear you.
Because Aussies are sick cunts.
Yeah, they should. Why wouldn't they? That's my question.
Yes, I think we should take more refugees, or the bulk of the refugees, into Australia, should there be a war.
Should we be taking on the bulk of these refugees?
Oh, look, I think we're still such a young country, and I think we should be taking on refugees. We all came from somewhere, so we're definitely not the first Australians, unless you're Aboriginal. In a time with so much technology and so much information that's accessible to us, we're still so primitive in our ways and judgmental, and you know what I mean? I've seen that sign, like, real Australians say welcome, you know, so I think it's powerful. I think love is the answer. Those energies of compassion and love and giving and grace and faith and all that sort of stuff, not from a fear perspective, you know. So there's obviously a lot of things that are going to come when you bring people over from a war-torn country, but think for yourself, you know. What if your family lost everything and you had nowhere to go? And
I think we should take whoever comes here, really. Whoever's willing to make such a dangerous journey, they're welcome as far as I'm concerned.
Should Australia be responsible for the bulk of the refugees?
Yeah, I don't think it matters who you are or where you come from. If you're fleeing war, then, I mean, if we can offer something safer, I think that's our duty.
Should Australia take the bulk of the Korean refugees?
Not really.
Can you explain why?
It's a lot of people, I guess. I think it should be more thought out. Otherwise, we'll probably turn into Europe with all the Syrian refugees.
I think we should try and take as many as we can. I mean, the government's already really strict on how many we're taking in. I don't think that's really fair when other countries take so many and we have a lot of land we don't use necessarily.
Should Australia take the bulk of the refugees, like most out of most other countries?
I don't necessarily think it's our job to do that, because we're not really, as a country, we're not super involved with the conflicts. But if we can do our part, it'd be awesome if we could take the bulk of the refugees.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they should, because like Australia has a more superior act and stuff. Yeah, Australians, like the Australian government should actually take in refugees, because like we can have a wider population.
If there's a war in Korea, should Australia take the bulk of the refugees?
I
can hear you okay.
Alright, yes, I believe that Australia should take the bulk of the refugees, because compared to other countries, we do not take in as much as we should. Like, our landmass can hold a lot more people for what we actually got. Even though the centre of Australia is not like livable, we can still work around that on our coast and all that. It's just, yeah, Australia's not doing the right thing now by only letting in very few of what we should be letting in compared to other countries.